Good afternoon, and thank you for being here on both short notice and for your patience. As you likely know by now, the jury has returned a verdict against defendant Noah Sharp for the murder of Madison Sparrow. The defendant was found guilty of murdering Madison Sparrow and will face a life sentence in prison. Noah Sharp's co-defendant, Annika Stelzinski, previously pleaded guilty for her role in Madison's murder. She pled guilty to first-degree murder and first-degree conspiracy. The state will argue for the maximum allowable sentence under state law for a juvenile convicted of murder. That is a life sentence to be reviewed after 30 years in prison. I have been a prosecutor for nearly my entire life. I've seen virtually every horrific case in our state's history, and I have prosecuted many myself, countless murders, including our state's only known serial killer. And yet the depravity of what these two defendants did to young Madison is nearly beyond comprehension. This case has hung heavy on our community and this office's hearts for the past 2 years. Prosecutors spend their careers steeped in the details of heinous crimes, and the truth is that nothing can prepare you for something like this. The details of this case are senseless, from the brutal murder of an innocent girl to the fact that the unthinkable violence and betrayal were committed by people she believed were her friends. I'm immensely proud of the prosecutors and police who led a successful criminal investigation and prosecution. John Downs, Matt Frawley, Lisa Loiketh, and Lisa Rapko, as well as Delaware State Police Detective Mark Sappo. We are grateful to the jury for doing the right thing. But I am also keenly aware that for Madison's parents and for her extended family, her friends, and her community, that closure is much more elusive than justice. Madison was a daughter, a friend, and a wonderful person. Her loss is too great to measure, and everyone who knew and loved her is in our hearts today. In a moment, I will be happy to answer questions to the best of our ability. However, please understand that out of consideration for the family's privacy and grief, and for our own ethical obligations as prosecutors, we may be unable to answer all of your questions. I have been so struck by Madison's mother, Heather Sparrow, and by her father, Richard Prestige, and their incredible strength and fortitude throughout this horrible ordeal. From them, we've all been able to learn about Maddie and what our community lost on that awful day. And as I said before to them directly, we will still be here to support you as we go forward. Maddie's parents, Heather and Richard, have also provided a statement that they have asked me to read, and I will do that now. We want to thank our friends and family. This has been a 2-year process, and we could not have done this without their love and constant support. We also want to thank the community, and especially Newark Charter School and its administration and families, along with the community that has supported the Love Wins 5K the last 2 years, and that supports the Madison Sparrow Memorial Scholarship to aid future educators. We want to thank law enforcement for the countless hours investigating and pulling together evidence to ensure justice for Madison. We also appreciate their immediate actions after she went missing that facilitated finding Madison and bringing her back to her family. We want to thank the state prosecutors for their professionalism in presenting evidence to the court and jury, And finally, we want to thank the Department of Justice's social workers for their hard work through the process. Thank you very much, and we can take questions.